Okay, this is for Sagittarius for your last week of September 2020. I've already meditated and shuffled your cards, and we're going to get right into it. You are sitting in the Ace of Wands energy, which is awesome. It's badass. Anyways, so you're starting something new. It's like a new lease of life, a new creative venture. But in the past, I have someone that's fiercely loyal to you, someone that was just awesome and just your rock. And I feel like you're having a hard time letting go of that. Maybe you're hanging on to old memories of something that just no longer exists. But it was something really good. It was something really solid. I don't know if it was a breakup or divorce or whatever, but it's something that you're romanticizing, maybe comparing other things to. Your challenge right now is the Four of Cups. And a lot of people interpret this as a missed opportunity. Sorry. I interpret it, I heard this one interpretation and I've always loved it. This person isn't paying attention to the cards because they are not responding to their environment. They're manifesting. So I feel like this is your challenge. Your challenge right now is to stop responding to your environment and start going within and consciously creating your environment. And you guys are Saggies, so I know that you guys know what I'm talking about. We have to stop ourselves and say, okay, am I reacting to my environment, which is just the product of old thinking? Or am I creating a new environment by not giving attention to the things that I don't want? Okay, and what's mirroring your energy right now is the Knight of Wands, which you're ready. It's you are grieving the loss of a relationship that was really important to you, but you've healed enough where you're in the stage where you're ready to take action on something new. And this is mirroring your Ace of Wands energy, which is really awesome. Because your signifier in this, oh, by the way, these are Colette Baron Reed's Wisdom of the Oracle. They're so good. I love her. I had so many more of her decks, but it's okay. Moving on. This one is Going the Distance. I want to read it a little bit. But it's basically talking about, do you feel, you probably feel like you have been just down and out and in this really barren, desperate place for a long time. It's when am I ever going to get out of this stage of my life? This sucks. There's nothing around me. Nothing's growing. But this card, make sure I'm not wrong. Okay. This card is saying you need to look for all the gifts that are in this temporary barren state that you're in. All the animals that, can go down underneath the earth and find water. And these are survival skills that you're making and you're achieving and accomplishing and adding to your arsenal of weapons and stuff. Sorry, I just wrote this one down. But so you are gaining from this, even though it might not sound like it, and you might just be ready to be over at this time of your life. You're okay, I'm done. I'm ready to be gone. I don't want to be in the desert anymore. I'm ready to be on a beach or in a jungle. But it's saying you are developing skills that are making you stronger, and you really are adding to your arsenal of growth and stuff like that. So, but something is coming in for you guys freaking quick. I don't know if it's trouble or if it's a new relationship or new career opportunity, but something's coming in quickly. And that being sandwiched with the Ace of Wands being mirrored, sandwiched with the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Wands energy is amazing. You guys got big, big, big things coming. And I also have, I don't even know. Oh, okay. This is not the signifier for this one, but this is amazing. I mean, I am going to pull a signifier on that to see what's coming in though, for real. Oh yeah, just kidding guys. This is TikTok, and this talks about timelining yourself. I'm a Sagittarius, and I know I did this a lot. Just kind of being subtly or not so subtly pulled by society's expectations of where you should be at a particular age or a particular stage in your life. I know that we're really bad about that, especially here in West America. Not like there aren't other countries that are really bad about it, but America's bad. So it's like if you haven't, found your career by the time you're 25, or you haven't had 2.5 kids, 2.5 cars in suburbia, and married by the time you're 32, it's like you feel like a failure, but that's just not true. Something's coming in for you, and it's coming in when it's supposed to, like, period, no matter what. I mean, I realize there are certain, like, biological clocks that, some people can't get out of, but for the most part, you're not on a timeline. And that's not really how life works. Life isn't this linear thing from one event to another. Really, things are happening all at once. So do not feel bound by timelines that you feel have been just dumped on you by society and family and parents. And people are like, so when are you having a baby? Have you met somebody yet? It's like, doesn't even need to be a concern. Like, you don't need to want that. You're not given other options. Like, you decide your life, and everything happens in divine timing when it's supposed to. So do not feel pressured and to do certain things, even if you don't feel ready. Okay, and coming up for you, the Page of Cups, and then Blessed. And because I pulled a signifier, I got blessed. Look how pretty this is. It's beautiful. That's what I look like in the morning. I'm just kidding. But the Colette Baron Reed is just the bomb.com. I just freaking love that woman. She has beautiful oracle cards. Anyways, because of the signifier, it gets to be positive. Hooray. And this is in our near future. So, because this could be either way. Sometimes, this could be as negative as it is positive. But today, it is positive. It's like going after new emotional experiences. Like everything, like not being timelined, not being afraid to do it again, to get your heart broken again. It's like that beautiful energy that's like, okay, let's do this. I'm ready. And when you're blessed, like if you can open yourself up emotionally and not close off emotionally, like you are going to be so blessed with all the new things that are coming in. I mean, just new, exciting things, just everywhere right now. But how you see yourself, the Devil. I love this card. We Saggies pull this card more than we don't. We are extremists by nature. Do not agree. Put in the comments if you're an extremist or not. I know I am. As I've gotten to be an adult, that's been one of my biggest challenges to work on, is to find more balance and not just like go jump off the cliff one way or the other. But the Devil a lot of times represents, you can represent a Capricorn in your life, but this is how you see yourself. The Devil really represents a lot of times addictions, and it doesn't have to be to like drugs or alcohol. As I hit my vape. Hold, please. I thought it only appropriate while we talk about addictions. I quit smoking, and it is nicotine free, but it's blue slushy, and I love it. Moving on. Addictions. They don't have to be drugs or alcohol. It could be anything. Sex, it can be food, it could be YouTube. Not my videos, though. Anything that basically diverts your mind from thinking about and dealing with like your major core problems and issues that you need to take care of to give yourself like the best life. It's like, are you wanting to go to school? Are you need to get more education? Do you need to get out of a relationship? Do you want to move? I mean, the hard things that we're just like, oh my God, if I don't look at them, it's not existing. La 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 la. Those things. So it could be like binge watching Downton Abbey. I mean, whatever. It could be, as Brene Brown says, eating a banana, nut muffin, and binge watching Downton Abbey. So, I mean, it could be anything. It could be things that like are considered productive. It could be exercise. It's just anything. Just like, I don't want to think about this. I'm going to keep myself busy. It can be phone games, shit like that. I know that's one of my big ones. Anyways, so that is kind of how you're stuck in that energy, and you're doing some unproductive things that are keeping you from really realizing all this amazing stuff and all this amazing energy that you have coming in right now. You're getting stuck in your addictions. How big or how small they are, who knows? But they're just manifestations of you trying to avoid the things that you need to deal with, which I do that shit all the time, so I assume that y'all do it too. But in your environment card, this is badass. Like, this has not been around for a minute for us. In your environment card, it's victory. Like, your environment's starting to pick up for you. It's starting to have some of that energy's coming in, that electric energy that's starting to give you some momentum that's not so dead. That was effed up. The call cut my video off, so I'm gonna cross fingers and see if I can stitch this bad boy together. Anyways, so I feel like there has been a lot of stagnation in your environment, but now it's like the energy is picking up. It's like things are happening, the seasons are changing, and it's going to start being a lot more conducive to momentum of the things that you're doing. So, yay! Okay. Page of Pentacles reversed. I don't know. To me, Page of Pentacles means like you're trying to get to the place where you can be financially stable. We're also extremists with money. We make lots of money, and we spend lots of money, and we have like times of feast and famine. We need to learn to be more balanced with our money. But I'm just saying, like, we're not taking our finances in account as much as we need to get ready for what we want in the future. Because, I mean, even if you were to like win the lottery tomorrow or get like your dream job, if you're shitty with money, you're going to be shitty with money even when you have a lot of it. You're just going to have more of it to waste and mismanage. So, your regeneration, which again, her cards are so badass. Try to get it studied so y'all can see it. What is this? It is 46, so that would be 10, and it would be 1. So it's a 1 energy, which totally makes sense. Because it's new. It's new stuff. And this is the signifier for the Page of Pentacles reversed. So this actually makes it a little bit better. This is like rebirth, second chances, new opportunities. Second chances are available to you now. Whatever opportunities you thought were dead are now revived in a more authentic, stronger form. Whatever you may have perceived as a failure or a loss is now being replaced by something better and more powerful growing in its place. This rebirth is assured. Step into your new life. Destiny is being fulfilled in wondrous ways. The world is based on connections and relationships. No matter what loss has occurred in the past or even now, death and endings are only illusions. This is life after death, love after loss, and in this moment, you are radiating a regenerative life force energy that makes you irresistible to love of all forms. Now is the time when you will see evidence of new emergence. Can you feel it? Love is rising up to greet you. Badass. So, I'm saying pay attention to what you need to do financially, because you're going through this rebirth, and you don't always have to be shitty with money. You don't have to be like, well, I've always been bad with money. I've never really made a lot of money. All that shit, it's in the past. Cannot base your future and your present decisions on past energy. I mean, you can, but it's not very helpful. And you need to step out of that, because your challenge being that you're not consciously creating, you're just responding to your environment. You need to go within. You need to visualize. You need to meditate on what it is you want, not continuing to focus on what you don't want. This is saying, okay, you've been bad with money in the past. You haven't made a lot of money in the past, but all bets are off. You have a new energy coming in, and this is your time, just to completely regenerate everything and start anew. It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are. You can do this now. This is a new energy that you've never been in before, and you can create new things and miracles in your life that you've never had before. So, you got the Lovers card. This is Gemini's card. It's our opposite axis. I love this card. I don't always think this card is a romantic card. I mean, it can be. If there's somebody in your life, if there's nobody in your life, and that's something you're looking for, this energy is on the horizon. It could absolutely be a person. But what I've always felt like the Lovers are is really merging your dualities, your internal dualities. Most people are pretty out of balance with what's with themselves. So they either like exhibit a lot of feminine energy, a lot of masculine energy, a lot of logical energy, a lot of emotional, ethereal energy, and they get like labeled certain things, and then they kind of tend to get pigeonholed or let themselves become pigeonholed with a label. And this energy is saying, no, embrace all sides of you, and all sides of you and all energy exists within you. And you have to marry all of that energy. You have to mix it. You have to have an amalgam of all that energy to be fully yourself. So it's okay to say no. It's okay to be assertive. It's okay to be clear and direct. And it does not make you a bitch, and it does not make you a jerk to be that way. It makes you freaking a mature, emotionally mature person. But also to embrace your femininity, your that feminine side, because sex, it's not about sex. It's about energy. It has nothing to do with anatomical sex at all. So really, don't be afraid to embrace that, your intuition. Like if you've been, you know, a lot of us were raised in environments where it's like blindly follow what I say, disregard anything that you feel, which is completely toxic and terrible. But besides that, a lot of us, it's like the elephant, the baby elephant on a chain. They put on a chain and can't break free, but it's this huge elephant and it's still a little tiny chain. That's that energy. Like you can break free of this. Like you may have been told things, but you don't have to be that way. You follow your intuition. Like just because someone says something doesn't make it true. Pay attention to how you feel. Be clear and assertive about what you want. Take logic, take intuition, meld them together. Take your feminine side, your receptive, creative, emotional feminine side, and meld it with your logical, assertive, direct side. You can have all of these, and it's okay. And you are not one thing or the other based on it. You are yourself, and you can do whatever you want. And your signifier for your clarity card is flexibility. So it's like, stay flexible. I mean, that's exactly what that card is saying. It's like, you are who you are, and you don't need to pigeonhole yourself. You don't need to label yourself. That's like the worst thing. Like Eckhart Tolle says, like labeling anything is just like the best way to not see it for what it does. By like, because you feel like you already know. It's a dog. I know it's a dog. But no, don't look at it like that. It's this being. Like look at it out of curiosity, like you've never seen it before. Look at yourself that way. Like, who are you? Be flexible. Adapt to new situations, new circumstances. That could be what you want. Maybe you don't even know what you want yet. Maybe what you want will present itself, and if you aren't flexible, you might miss it. So be flexible, be open to new things, because this energy that is here for you guys is awesome. And it's gonna provide so much electricity, so much momentum. So everything that you do is gonna be blessed. Just get out of your own way and all this negative beliefs that you've accumulated over the years. You know, we all have. So it's amazing. I think it's a great energy. And I'm gonna do what I normally do at the end, which is how they feel about you, Aries through Pisces. I'm gonna use the playing cards. Because I just do I do general readings. I don't necessarily do love or career or whatever the cards are like saying. I usually try to say. Let me shuffle these bad boys. So at the end, I'll do what they feel about you, Aries to Pisces, just in case I miss. Love doesn't get touched on very much. Let's just do a quick segment and. Oh, I almost did. I'm using the cards of truth while playing cards, which it's not just like a poor man's tarot. I do cards of truth too. Cards of truth readings are super predictive. So hit me up, email me if you want a reading. Tell me you're from my YouTube channel, and I will give you a 50% discount. My email is in the link. It's in the bio. Okay. So Aries, Pisces. Sagittarius, how they feel about you. Aries, Jack of Spades. They are a playboy. This Aries person is a playboy, and they're not really wanting to commit. If you're dealing with a Taurus, Sagittarius, Seven of Clubs. They're very spiritual. They're very smart. They're very fun. Very awesome to be around, but maybe not long. They might be not long-term commitment right now. If you're dealing with a Gemini, they are changing right now, and they're not really sure what they want, so maybe not long-term commitment. If you're dealing with Cancer, they are stable, and they are logical and they want a future with you and they're ready to commit to you. If you're dealing with a Leo, they are not sure about you and there's probably somebody else involved. It might be a third party situation. So definitely not a long-term commitment thing. Protect your heart. Be careful with this with Leo. If you are dealing with a Virgo, Three of Spades, they're kind of figuring themselves out right now. This is not a good time to be in a committed relationship with them. Let them figure themselves out first. If you're dealing with a Libra, 10 of Diamonds, awesome. They're committed to you. They know what they want. They're stable. They want to be with you. If you are dealing with a Scorpio, new love. They're really excited about this. I don't know if they know where it's going to go, but they're all in. You're dealing with a Sagittarius, 9 of Spades. This is somebody that like unconditionally wants to give to you. So they're in. And when Sagittarius is in, you know they're in. Then with the Capricorn, 5 of Clubs, they are really trying to figure out what they're doing with their own life and their work, and their head probably isn't in it for a committed relationship. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, you are the one. They think you are their forever person. If you're dealing with a Pisces, they're serious, they're spiritual people. This could go either way. This person does know themselves and they're always striving for growth. So I think it could be like, this could be an energy of not being completely sure, but it's definitely not a no-go. Just kind of see how it goes with this person because they do like you. They are into being with you for right now and just kind of seeing how the situation plays out. All right, Sagittarius, I will see you next month in October.